We are here today to talk Michael through some pelvic clock movements to free up the lumbar spine and mobilize the sacrum. You want to lie flat on the floor with your knees bent, feet on the floor, supporting your legs comfortably so that you're not doing any holding or clenching through your hips, your glutes, or your low back. Find the spot that works for you so your legs are supported, the low back starts to sink into the floor. As it does that, I want you to imagine that we are placing a clock face, a clock, right on top of your lower abdomen with the 12 on the clock towards your feet and the 6 on the clock at your waistband. That's going to put 3 o'clock on your right hip and 9 o'clock on your left hip. Got that?
That's not backwards?
Nope. 12's at your feet, towards your feet, 6 at your waistband, 3 at the right hip, 9 at the left hip.
Oh, I had that backwards.
Huh?
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So if we're good there, I want you to take an inhale and go ahead and tip your pelvis toward 12 o'clock on the inhale. Tailbone comes down toward the floor. You get that little bit of an arch in your back. Exhale and tip your pelvis back to 6 o'clock, waistband down into the floor. That's our first starting movement. You don't want to work really hard at this. Keep the focus on the pelvis. Go ahead and settle back to neutral for a moment. Not a lot of muscular effort, keeping the focus on the pelvis doing the movement. We're going to use our inhale and our exhale to move the pelvis. We're moving with that breath. Go ahead and inhale back to 12 o'clock. And exhale to 6 o'clock. Inhale to 12. And exhale to 6. Slow those movements down almost so they take the entire inhale and exhale. Roll through your whole pelvis, the sacrum. Inhale to 12. And exhale to 6. Roll across the entire sacrum. Inhale back to 12. And exhale to 6. Allow your neck to move as your spine moves. Inhale to 12. Your chin might come gently towards your chest. And exhale back to 6. Chin might lift slightly as the curve in your spine changes. One more time. Inhale to 12. And exhale to 6. And as you inhale, let your sacrum, your pelvis settle back to neutral. Slow, deep breathing. We're going to shift now from 3 to 9. Right hip to left hip. And with this, again, you want this motion to be in your pelvis. You might use the left leg to kind of push the right hip down and the right leg to push the left hip down, more so than moving your knees from side to side, rolling side to side. Use the opposite leg to push the hip into the floor. Go ahead and inhale. Looks like Michael's testing that out, making sure I describe accurately what I think I'm describing. Inhale to 3 o'clock. Use your left leg to push that right hip into the floor. This can be as large or as small as your body will allow. Go ahead and exhale over toward 9. Again, rolling across the entire back of the pelvis. Inhale over to 3. And exhale to 9. This can be as slow or as fast as you need with your breath. Inhale across to 3. Feel the movement of the pelvis, the low back, the spine. Exhale across to 9. Inhale back to 3. And exhale to 9. Let this movement feel good through the pelvis. Inhale back to 3. And exhale to 9. Again, inhale to 3. And exhale to 9. On the next inhale, let your pelvis settle back to neutral. Slow, deep breathing here, spine settles. We're going to take the pelvic clock, the pelvic motions, through the clockwise range of the numbers. Clockwise range, 1 through 12. Slowly and gently, you should take at least 3 or 4 deep inhales and exhales through the entire motion. Go ahead and inhale, tip to 12. Feel through all the numbers, moving towards 1 o'clock. 2. Right hip down at 3 o'clock. Pulling the pelvis back towards 4. 5. 6. Waistband into the floor. Over towards 7. 8. 9. Left hip down towards 10. 11 and 12. Remember to breathe. Around again. 1, 2. Right hip down at 3. Back towards 4. 5. 6 at the waistband. 7. 8. 9 on the left hip. 10. 11, back to 12, around one more time, 1, 2, 3, back towards 4, 5, 6 at the waistband, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12. Inhale and let the pelvis settle to neutral. Most people find in that rotation that there are some numbers that are sticky or missing, maybe a little intense or painful. Is that the case with you, Michael?
Had a little bit of trouble with 11, I think it was.
Okay. You want to find the number or numbers that are troubled in some way. Take a deep breath in and sink toward that number. Or it might be a couple numbers together. In this case, it's 11. Sink toward that number that gave you some trouble. Hold the pelvis in that general direction. Then let the rest of your body get soft, your shoulders, any tension in your neck, holding in your glutes. Just let the pelvis sink toward that troubled number. Slow, deep breaths here. Letting your body get soft while your pelvis is tipped in one direction towards a troubled number. We're going to start to shift very specifically here. If your number is 11, we're going to use our breath to move from 11 to 12, just between those two numbers, and then back from 11 to 10, just to give you an idea. So whatever number is troubled, you're going to move one number ahead, 5 or 6 breaths back and forth, and then one number before. Go ahead on your next inhale in, shift one number ahead, in this case from 11 to 12. Exhale back to 11. Inhale to 12. Exhale back to 11. Make that movement as slow as you can with your inhale to 12. Feeling all the little increments between 11 and 12. And exhale back to 11. Feel through that movement. Inhale back to 12. And exhale to 11. Inhale to 12. Notice any excess tension or holding in your body. Just let your pelvis do the work here. Exhale to 11. One more time. Inhale to 12. And exhale to 11. Sinking into 11 again. Letting your shoulders get soft. Neck, jaw, any clenching or bracing. Let those go as much as possible. Your pelvis just sinking toward that troubled number. We're going to come one number back from that. In this case, from 11 to 10. Your next inhale in. Slowly come back towards 10. And exhale toward 11. Feel through the little small increments there. Inhale to 10. And exhale to 11. Inhale to 10. There might be glitches, little bumps or jerks. It's okay. Breathe through the motion. And exhale to 11. Inhale to 10. And exhale to 11. Inhale again to 10. Feel through the movement. And exhale to 11. One more time here. Inhale to 10. And exhale to 11. And go ahead and let your pelvis settle into a neutral alignment. How's that feel at 10, 11, 12 now?
Easier.
We're going to take that in a counterclockwise motion now, starting from that neutral pelvis. Inhale to 12, going counterclockwise. Exhale as you head around to 11, 10, 9 at the left hip, 8, 7, 6, waistband into the floor, 5, 4, 3 on the right hip, and up towards 2, 1, and 12. Around again, remember to breathe. 11, 10, slow deep inhales and exhales. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, up towards 2, 1, and 12. Around one more time. 11, 10, 9 on the left hip, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 on the right hip, 2, 1, and 12. Letting your pelvis sink back to neutral. Again, noticing any stuck, troubled, or missing numbers in the counterclockwise direction. Anything show up there for you, Michael?
Definitely painful between 7 and 8.
Okay. So, troubled, stuck numbers, same thing here. Sink back towards 7 and 8, maybe about halfway in between. Let your pelvis gently sink into that number or numbers. Check for any tension or holding excess in your body. Let your shoulders get soft, your jaw, your neck, your abdomen as much as possible, letting your pelvis sink in the direction of the troubled numbers. In this case, it's 7 and 8. So as we start to move slowly between numbers, we're going to come to one number previous, so from 7 to 6, and then one number past, eventually move from 8 to 9. Sink here first in that general direction of 7 and 8. Deep, slow breaths in and out. As we begin to move, it should be slow and gentle, feeling through the increments between 7 and 6. On your next inhale, bring your pelvis back gently towards 6. And exhale towards 7. Inhale back to 6. And exhale towards 7. Inhale back to 6, feeling through that movement. And exhale to 7. Inhale back to 6. And exhale to 7. Couple more times. Inhale to 6. And exhale to 7. Last time. Inhale to 6. And exhale to 7. Go ahead and start to move a little farther towards 8. Next inhale, move towards 9. And exhale back to 8. Inhale to 9. Slow, gentle movements. And exhale to 8. Inhale back to 9. And exhale to 8. Again to 9. And exhale to 8. One more time. Inhale to 9. And exhale to 8. And let your pelvis settle back into a neutral position. How does that feel?
Easier.